What's going on, guys? Zing here, coming at you with another Affinity tutorial. Today I'll be going over how to cut out your subjects for your graphics. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so I have my picture dragged in. I'll be cutting out Puka Nakua from this photo. And there are a few ways you can go about this. I'll be going over the pen tool and the polygonal lasso tool, as well as a third secret option. Alright, so I'll first be going over the pen tool, which you can access by pressing P on your keyboard or coming over to the left and clicking on the pen tool icon. And how the pen tool works is by clicking to make points, and when you hold down and drag, it will add a second point. And right now I don't have any fill, so I can add in a fill for the background, so I'll just fill it in with white for now. And that will add in a background, as well as I have a stroke already, which you can change the size of the stroke if you like. And you can just click around to make a shape, click and drag, and you can connect this shape. And what's also really cool is there are different modes for the pen tools. So this is just a regular pen mode. They have smart mode, polygon mode, and line mode. So if I delete this curve and switch over to polygon mode, when you click to make a shape, you can't drag to curve. It will always stay a straight line, and you can make a shape that way. As well as line mode, which when you click and drag, when you release for your second point, it will make a line. So every time you click and drag, you are making lines with the line tool. Go ahead and delete those. Bring back up my pen tool. So with the pen tool, what I like to do is when I am making my shape, or my outline selection, I'm going to start at the top of the helmet. When I click and drag, let me make sure it is on the pen mode and not the polygon mode. When I click and drag, I do not like having this outline or this fill and outline. So what I'm going to do is you can either come up top here, or you can come over here to the right and just click on the color and set the fill to none, or click over here and set the fill to none. It is pretty much the same. And you can see we have a thin blue line now, which makes it easier to see what you have selected with the pen tool. So now I'm going to create a second point, and as you can see, the curve doesn't really match with the helmet. So if I press Ctrl Z to undo and press and drag, and it's still not quite working. So what you can do is, once you've made your second point with a curve, if you just click back on that point, it will snip it. So your next point will be a straight line, or if you click and drag, it will create a different curve, which is pretty nice as well. And I'm just going to go around our subject, and I'm just going to hold down Control and scroll wheel to scroll in and out pretty quickly. I'm just going to click and drag and just follow every curve and outline around our subject. And it doesn't have to be exact. We just want a nice smooth outline around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alright, now that we have our subject cut out, you can see that I've missed some spots right here. And this is where I can show you the second method of cutting out, which is the polygonal lasso tool. So to get that, you can press L on your keyboard or come up to the lasso tool right here. And then by default, it is the freehand lasso tool. So to switch that, you can come up here and switch to polygonal. And if you see, I'm just going to make a selection right now and just make a selection like that. And then I'm going to click around to add another selection to get rid of some more of this. And you see when I make the selection, my first one disappears. So to stop that from happening, you'll just change the mode to add. So these two little filled in boxes next to each other. And that will allow you to make multiple selections at the same time with the lasso tool. And so you can also cut out your subject this way, and it makes it easier to cut out your subject with that add selected. So if you accidentally make a selection while you're cutting out your main subject, you don't have to restart doing all of it. So now I'm just going to cut out all of this real quick just by clicking around. Alright, now that I have all these selected, I can go onto my layer mask, and what I can do is just press Control and Backspace with my colors in black and white to delete that. Just like that. And then it is a little funky, so I can come in with my white brush and just kind of touch this up as well to make this look just a tad bit better real quick. And black to delete and white to add with your brush tool here. Just like that. And now we have a editable cutout. So if you need to add or remove stuff from this cutout, you can use the layer mask to do that. And I would go over the AI tools to select subject and remove background tool, but I do not have Canva Pro, so I cannot do that. But here is my bonus tip. You can come over to this website. Let me pull it up. All right, so let me go ahead and drag in this website right here, and then you'll just drag in your photo here. And if you want to, you can translate to English, but you'll just hit this blue button. It'll tell you it needs to compress it because it's too big. Otherwise, you need their pro version or blah, blah, blah. But it will automatically compress it to a smaller size if you have a high quality photo. And you'll just give it a couple seconds and it will cut out the background. All right, and now it is finished being cut out, and we can just hit the download button and make sure it is a PNG. So it is a transparent background. And then let me just go to my downloads and minimize that. And I can pull this into here, and you can see that is a pretty good cutout. And then since there are multiple people from this cutout, I can just add in a layer mask, and with a black brush, make sure the hardness is all the way up. I'm just gonna go ahead and erase all these people. And we can see that that website did a pretty good job of cutting out the subject. So if you don't want to spend a whole lot of time pen tooling out or using the polygonal lasso tool, you can for sure use that website. Or if you also don't want to pay for Canva Pro, you can also use that website to cut out your subjects. If this video helped you, please give a like and subscribe. Comment down below what else you'd like to see from me. Thank y'all for watching. Zing out. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.